Hey everyone, and welcome back for another deep dive. Today we are going to be talking about something that I know a lot of you, especially you professional women out there, are grappling with.
Oh, yeah,
Limiting beliefs,
definitely.
especially the ones that kind of hold us back in our careers and finances.
Yeah,
It's like an invisible force field.
it really is. And, the source material we're looking at today is this LinkedIn article by Lyndon Thorpe.
hmm
And she brought up a statistic that really stood out to me.
Oh yeah.
70% of women experience imposter syndrome.
Wow.
70%.
That's wild.
It's a huge number. And it just shows how pervasive these beliefs can be, especially for women who are trying to, navigate the professional world.
So let's kind of unpack this invisible force field idea.
Okay.
Um, Thorpe uses this really powerful metaphor of an invisible cage
Right.
to describe how these beliefs, these deeply ingrained assumptions and fears, can actually trap us.
Well, and what's so interesting is that these beliefs, they often stem from sources outside of ourselves.
Like what?
Well, think about it. The messages we receive from childhood,
Mm.
societal pressures,
Uh,
those whispers that tell us that as women, we should prioritize family over career,
right.
that we can't be both successful and nurturing.
Yeah, you can't have it all.
It's like we're handed these beliefs and then we internalize them without even realizing it.
It's almost insidious how these beliefs can just kind of creep in
Yeah,
and become part of our internal dialogue.
totally.
Thorpe cites a few examples that I think will resonate with a lot of you.
Okay, like what?
I'm not smart enough.
Oh, yeah,
I'll fail if I try.
for sure.
Or I can't have a successful career and a family. Does any of that sound familiar?
Those are classic examples of what psychologists call cognitive distortions.
Oh, really?
They're like warped lenses that filter our perception of ourselves and the world around us.
Okay.
We end up seeing things through this distorted lens,
Uh-huh.
and it impacts our choices, our behaviors,
Yeah.
ultimately our outcomes.
Let's talk about those outcomes then. What is the real world cost of carrying around these limiting beliefs?
Right.
Thorpe highlights some pretty sobering statistics.
Okay.
69% of professionals feel held back by self-doubt.
Wow.
That's almost 7 out of 10 people letting that inner critic dictate their career trajectory.
It's not even just about career advancement, though. Like,
Well, yeah.
even though that glass ceiling is a very real obstacle for so many women,
Yeah, for sure.
limiting beliefs also seep into our finances.
Oh, absolutely.
But think about this, 40% of women wouldn't be able to cover a sudden $400 expense.
Gosh.
That financial insecurity is often rooted in those same deep-seated beliefs
Like,
about our worth, our ability to earn,
Content,
our right to financial abundance.
yeah.
We don't even think we deserve it.
And then there's the toll on our mental well-being.
Oh, yeah. Huge.
Thorpe points out that 1 in 4 women face mental health challenges.
It's true.
And these limiting beliefs just add fuel to the fire.
Yeah.
Anxiety, depression, low self-esteem. They can be amplified when we're constantly battling that negative self-talk,
Right?
feeling like we're falling short.
It's like carrying around this extra weight, this invisible burden that drains our energy and keeps us from reaching our full potential.
Oh, I can feel it.
And it's important to acknowledge that for many women, juggling career ambitions with family responsibilities adds another layer of complexity.
Oh, absolutely.
The societal expectations, the guilt,
hmm
the pressure to do it all.
Oh, my gosh.
It can be overwhelming.
It's not just about leaning in. It's about breaking free from this system
Yeah,
that tells us we have to choose.
right.
We can't possibly have it all.
Exactly.
So what can we do?
Right.
How do we dismantle this invisible cage?
Yeah. How do we rewrite those limiting narratives?
Well, Thorpe offers a 4-step framework that I think is a great starting point.
Okay.
The first step, and perhaps the most crucial, is awareness.
Yes. And that's where journaling can be so powerful.
Okay.
Thorpe suggests using it to identify those recurring thought patterns, those negative beliefs that keep popping up, especially around that work-life balance dilemma.
Right.
It's about shining a light on those hidden scripts that are running in the background and dictating our choices and our behaviors without us even realizing it.
So it's like becoming a detective of your own mind,
Exactly.
observing those thoughts without judgment,
Yeah.
and starting to understand their origins
Mhm.
and their impact on your life.
Exactly. And once you have that awareness, the next step is to challenge those beliefs.
Okay, so don't just accept them as gospel truth.
Right.
Ask yourself, is this really true?
Yeah.
Is there evidence to support this belief?
Mhm.
Or is it just fear talking?
Mm.
That old tape playing on repeat.
Right.
This is where we have to be willing to get a little uncomfortable,
Yeah.
to question those deeply held assumptions that we've been carrying around for years,
Oh, for sure.
maybe even decades.
Right, and that can be scary.
Oh,
But this is where it gets really interesting. Once you start challenging those beliefs, you can start to reframe them.
I like that.
Thorpe gives this great example.
Okay.
Instead of saying, I can't have both a successful career and a family,
Mm-hmm.
try reframing it as, I can create a fulfilling career while being present for my family.
Okay.
It's subtle,
Yeah,
but it shifts the entire narrative.
I like that.
It's about moving from a mindset of scarcity to a mindset of abundance.
Okay.
It's about believing that you have the power to create the life that you want
Hmm.
on your own terms without sacrificing what matters most to you.
And this is where action comes in.
Yes.
Thorpe emphasizes that small, consistent actions are key to reinforcing those new beliefs.
Right.
So it's about celebrating every win,
Uh-huh.
no matter how small,
Mm.
and finding a supportive community of women who get it,
Yes.
who are on a similar journey.
I love that she highlights the importance of community because,
Yeah.
let's be honest,
Yeah.
breaking free from these deeply ingrained beliefs, it can be tough.
Oh, yeah.
We need that support,
We do.
that encouragement,
Mm-hmm.
that reminder that we're not alone in this.
Absolutely. And, for our listeners who are really struggling with those ingrained beliefs
Yeah.
and they're looking for a proven roadmap to break free and
Yeah.
achieve financial independence,
Yeah.
our anti-9-to-5 clan and mentorship program can be incredibly helpful in accelerating that journey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's about taking control
Yeah.
of your finances, your career, your life.
Yeah.
And it all starts with believing in yourself and your ability to create the future that you want.
So if you're ready to take that next step,
Mm-hmm.
break free from those limiting beliefs, head over to your website.
Yes.
We're here to support you every step of the way.
Now, before we move on to Thorpe's specific call to action, I think it's important to. Now, before we move on to Thorpe's specific call to action, I think it's important to connect this back to the glass ceiling that so many women encounter in their careers.
Ugh, don't get me started.
It's almost like those limiting beliefs become a self-fulfilling prophecy. Like if you believe you're not leadership material or that you'll never reach that executive level,
Mm-hmm.
you're less likely to put yourself forward for those opportunities.
It's a vicious cycle.
It is.
And what's so frustrating is that these limiting beliefs, they're often compounded by,
Right.
the societal expectations
Yeah.
and biases that women face.
Of course.
We're told to be assertive, but not too aggressive.
Right.
To be ambitious,
Yeah.
but not at the expense of family.
Right.
It's like navigating a minefield,
Yeah.
always second-guessing ourselves,
Totally.
wondering if we're striking the right balance.
Exactly. And that's why it's so important to have a strong support system.
Oh, for sure.
A network of women who understand those challenges
Yes.
and can offer encouragement and guidance.
I love that.
Thorpe actually invites people to share their limiting beliefs in the comments section of her article.
Oh, really?
It's a simple but powerful act that can help break down the shame and isolation
Yeah.
that so often surrounds these beliefs.
It's like saying, hey, I'm not perfect.
Right.
I struggle with these doubts too,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm working on it.
Exactly. And when you see other women sharing their vulnerabilities,
Yeah.
it creates this incredible sense of solidarity and empowerment.
Absolutely. And, for those of you who are ready to dive even deeper,
Yeah.
FOAP is offering free training videos
Oh, wow.
worth $470
What?
on her website, lindathorpe.com.
That's amazing.
That's a fantastic resource for anyone who's looking to really tackle this issue head on.
It's such a great offer.
It is. And not to mention, she's offering a free 30-minute Zoom call
Yeah.
for a personalized plan.
Oh, wow.
So if you're feeling stuck, reach out to her.
Definitely.
It could be the first step in a truly transformative journey.
It's about taking that leap of faith and believing in yourself even when those old beliefs try to creep back in.
Yeah.
Remember, you're not alone in this, and there's support available every step of the way.
And that's what I find so inspiring about Thorpe's message. It's all about empowerment,
Yeah.
recognizing that we have the power to change our stories
Mm.
and create the lives that we want,
Absolutely.
both professionally and personally.
For sure.
We just have to take that first step
Yes.
and start challenging those limiting beliefs.
It's about realizing that the glass ceiling isn't unbreakable.
Okay.
With the right mindset and support,
Mm-hmm.
we can shatter it and reach our full potential.
One thing that Thorpe's article made me think about is
Yeah.
how these limiting beliefs can actually manifest physically
What?
in our bodies.
Really?
Have you ever noticed that when you're feeling stressed or anxious,
Mm-hmm.
it often shows up as tension in your shoulders
Oh my gosh.
or not in your stomach?
Totally.
It's like those negative thoughts and beliefs get trapped in our bodies,
Hmm.
creating physical discomfort.